travel with me. Hey fellow humans, Mina here. I thought I'd do a different style of video today where I'm out kind of vlogging, I guess. I don't know how well you can hear me, but we're gonna try anyway. And please ignore the loud sound of the cars, and also any mess of hair, because my hair is stupidly thin, and thus the slight breeze is just like blah, as you can kind of see. And just as a side note, Korea is essentially back to normal in Rona-wise. Mask mandates are down, but everyone still wears them anyway. That's just why I still have this, because the only rule left is masks indoors, and I'm going indoors soon. I'm on my way to meet some friends, and I thought I'd give a little story time. Yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd give the story of how I came to Korea and wrote my novel and published while I was in Korea. Y'all know the story of how I started writing South, like from the beginning to end, but like this is slightly different from that. Also, apologies if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm holding my phone differently than normal, and I keep forgetting the camera's on this side instead of over here like it usually is. So yeah, anyway, so let's get to it. So I went to an art school. I believe I mentioned that in many a video. I graduated high school and went straight to college and did art fundamentals for a year, graduated from that, and then went to animation for 2 years. And then I was like, oh no, I need a job now after I graduated. So I applied to a lot of places, and while waiting, I got a job at an electronics store called The Source. And if you're Canadian, you probably know this place because it's quite popular. I think it's a brand branch. Anyway, so I was working there for about 3 months, and then I finally got an email from a new company called Contendo, not Nintendo. So yeah, they were just starting up, and they do animations for oil and gas companies, and it's not this style of animation that, you know, I went to school for, but I was like, yeah, it's a job. So I got the job, and I worked there for like about 5 years. The job, I did animation, but then I ended up doing a lot of illustrations for because we did training videos for oil and gas companies, and I ended up working on mostly audio near the end. Check out this building, it's really dope. It's like a restaurant or something. I've never actually been in there. But then I was even promoted to senior audio editor, so that was pretty cool. But then I was like, I have a life goal of living in Asia. I've always enjoyed traveling here, and I was just like, I just want to be there. So I'm gonna do a career change and go back to school. So I did. And during this time was when I was writing the comic version of South, which again was shitty, but you've seen that in other videos. And so I decided to go back to school, and I did, and it was the greatest decision of my life while I was there. I went on an exchange to Spain. I had a summer job in Thailand. I got to see Hong Kong and Germany on stupidly long ass layovers, and I also met the most amazing people. And while I was there, I started writing and finished the novel version of South. And then I managed to finish most of South while I was in university. The pause of writing South happened when I was like planning to move to Korea, but yeah. So yeah, after graduation, well, I majored in Spanish, by the way, which is super helpful in Korea. Yeah. I did minor in Asian studies, so I guess that's a little helpful. But after graduation, I was like, oh my god, I need a job. And so I ended up working at a dollar store for like 7 months, and I was trying to get a job to work in Japan, but it was really hard to do with Soren. At this time I was prepping her to move to Japan, but then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I want to try Korea because they have better benefits and it's easier to bring the cat, and Japan's like a day trip away. It literally is like a day trip if I wanted to. A little expensive day trip, but it's cheap overall, but expensive for a day trip, but you know, I could if I want to. But yeah, so I prepped Soren, and then I found a recruiter, and they were like, they posted a job, and I was like, hey, I'm applying for this, and I heard nothing of them. And then like a few days later, they're like, congratulations, you have the job. I'm like, I have the job? Dope. So I got the job, and then I moved to Korea with my Canadian cat. Bikes, delivery bikes. And I was still writing while I was over here. I finished a draft or two, and that's when I really started getting serious, although like semi-serious. As you remember in previous videos, I really had a hard time like being consistent and stuff, especially on social media, and it took me a while to get into writing, and that's when I really learned about the industry, like about beta readers and critique partners and different types of editors and stuff like that. And that's when my novel really like kicked into gear. And so I ended up researching all of this stuff, and butterfly. I ended up publishing said book this year. By the way, I just really love this house. It's like one of my favorite houses. If I could move to a house, it'd be that house. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the story. You kind of mostly know most of it, but I just thought I'd give you like a little walking tour of where I live. Sosan. It's a beautiful day. The air's a little bit shitty though, not gonna lie. But it's hot. Murder heat season is soon upon us. I am now writing update. I have a secret project. I will say a little bit of it. I've been writing short stories for South for a secret project, so I'll be announcing that at some point. And book 2, I have it. It's all done and stuff. I just need to do a round of edits. Once I finish that, we can then, you know, get on with it. I don't want to take like 7 years to publish this book this time. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this story time, and you know, looking at whatever you see in the background. I'm on my way to meet some friends for delicious food and bowling, so that's gonna be dope. And so yeah, that's all I gotta say. My debut novel, South, is out now. If you wanna read all about it, links are in the description down below. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay safe and take care. Bye.